Hello, in this video, I'm going to show you how to connect n8n to MongoDB. I'll also do two operations, that is inserting data from n8n to MongoDB and fetching data from MongoDB to n8n. So this is my n8n dashboard. I will first log into MongoDB dashboard. So I'm using MongoDB Atlas. I'll search for MongoDB Atlas here. And it's this first link. So within this section, I'll click on sign in. I already have an account. I signed in with Google. So you can do the same if you don't have the MongoDB Atlas. So I'll click on Google. Let's give it a few seconds. So it's signing in. So let's just give it a second or two. And I'm in the dashboard. So right now, if I click on the projects, I only have one project here, which is the free tire or a free package that I get from the Atlas. So I'll click on it. Then within here, I can click on the browse collections. So this is going to list the databases that I have. And I'm also able to create a new database. So right now I have n8ndb, which I created, and I also have sample mflix. This is a default database that the Mongo Atlas comes with when you create an account with them. So I'll just create a new database here, and I'll give it a name of n8n db2 or db number 2, like that. Then I have to at least create a table here, which is referred to as a collection. So I'll create a collection called table 1. So table 1, that. Then I'll click on create. So you can see that my database is listed here, and the table is also listed there. So if I click on the table, right now it doesn't have any results because we don't have any data there. And that is what we are going to do. We are going to insert the data from our n8n workflow. So before we do that, we need to create the database access. So within the database access, you will have the users. I have an existing user here, which has a role of the read, write, any database, and also the admin role. So I'll just create a new user, and I'll have to create a name for the user or add the name for this user. I'm going to call it Mongo user, or let me call it n8n user. So n8n underscore user. Then for the password, I'll just use 412345. Let me reveal the password here. But of course, I'm going to delete it after recording the video because anyone with the access to this user and the password will be able to modify my databases, will be able to add data, read, delete, all that. But once I delete the user, then the user becomes useless. So the credentials will not have any effect on my databases again. So I'll go ahead and add the role to this user. So the role that I want the user to have is to read and write to any database. Then after that, I'll go ahead and add the user. See that the users are listed here. Then I'll go back to the project at the top left here and choose project 0, which is actually the only project that's available there. Then within the project, I'll just go to database access, if I'm not wrong, because I need to create the connection. Actually, there is a connection button here. So just click on connect. And within the connect, there's several methods, and we are going to use the drivers. So click on the drivers. And when you click on the drivers, you'll have access to this string or connection string here. And that is what we are going to use to connect to the n8n. So I'll go back to my n8n dashboard and create a new workflow. Within this workflow, I'm going to search for MongoDB. Then within the MongoDB, the first operation that I want is to insert a document. So a document is like a record, or it's like a data instance. So it's the same as a row in SQL databases or SQL databases. So select on insert. Then I'll need credential. There is an existing credential here, but I'm going to create a new credential. And the configuration type that I'm going to use is a connection string. So this is the placeholder. It's supposed to look like this. So I'll go back to MongoDB and copy the connection string. Then come to n8n and just paste it here. There are two things that we need to update. We need to update the username, and we need to also update the password of that user. So the password, I remember I added Mongo 12345. Then for the username, it was n8n underscore user. And the database was n8n underscore db2, if I'm not wrong. Let's save that and see if we shall have a successful connection. Could not connect with these settings. So I'll just go back and confirm if I have the correct database and also the user. So if I click on browse collections, I actually added a wrong database that never existed. So we have n8n underscore db underscore 2. So that's what I need to add here. Underscore, then I'll retry. And you see that connection tested successfully, which means it was successful. So I'll save. And then just click on this empty space here. Then I'll need to add my collection name here, or my table. So if I click on my databases, the table is table 1. So I'll go ahead and just copy this and add it here. Then I need to mention the fields that I want to add to my database, but that is not going to be successful because we need a data source. So to achieve this, I'm just going to create a mockup. I'll close this for now and delete this connection. And I'm going to add a node here. And the node is going to be a code because I'm going to create some data source here. So I'm going to return an object or a JSON object, which is going to have a name. So I need a name field. And here I'm going to pass my name as a local. Then I also need to add my age to my database. So I'll add 100 years. Then I also need to add my nationality. I think those 3 fields are enough. The nationality, I'll just add the Kenyan or Kenya, that. So if I execute this function or a code node, this is a a document that we are going to add to the database, or a data that is to be added to the MongoDB. So I can now connect this to MongoDB node. So if I open this, see that we have some data here that we can now add. So within the fields, I'll just go ahead and mention the fields that I want to add. So we have name, then we have nationality. I actually spelled it wrong. I'll need to fix this. I'll go back in this and change this to nationality. Let me just use lowercase letters, then I'll execute. And if I go back to this section here, see that it has been fixed. So age and has the nationality. So your fields should be separated by commas. Nationality like that. So if I execute this, you'll see that it returns this. So it has added our name, it has added the age, it has added the nationality. It has also generated an ID. This is automatically done by MongoDB. So if I go back to the MongoDB, click on this table or collection, see that my data is now available here. I'll go ahead and also create my own data, and let's see if we are able to actually fetch this data. So I'll click on insert document, and I want to use a JSON kind of object for data. So here I'm going to have a name. Just going to pass Rick. Then just a minute. Can't see what is happening on the other side. So let me see. Okay. So the name is Godric. Insert not permitted while the document contains errors. So I don't know which error my document has right now. I think I have cleared some values there. Let me just work like that and make this appear nicely. So I have an ID which is automatically generated by MongoDB. I'll pass a name, a key. The name that I want to use is Rick. Then I'll pass age. Age is a number, so you don't need to put it in quotes. I'll just use maybe 90 years. Nationality, it should be in quotes. That is my other key. I'll use maybe Uganda. Then I'll insert. And you see now I have two rows or two documents within my collection or within my table. So I'll go back to n8n and try another operation, which is to find data or fetch data, which is named or known as find a document. So if I execute this, see that now all my data is listed here. So this person is listed with the data related to him. This other person is all that. There are several other operations you can do. You can delete the document, you can find and replace, find and update, insert, and all that. You can research on that during your free time or when you have a use case. So thank you for taking your time to watch the video. In case you have any questions, can put that in the comment section. See you in the next one.